Hi everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to the Ramble. It is Friday, September 5th at 9:41 p.m. I just... Did I say Friday? It's Friday, September 5th? Okay, yeah. I just got off the phone with my mom, so I'm good to talk to you guys now without risk of being interrupted. Also, I have the PS5 on. The controller battery is low. My controller will inevitably shut off at some point, so when it does, if a noise is heard, my apologies, but it will happen, I'm sure. So we'll just see. Let's... Sorry. Just today has been a day. Well, correction. Month has been a month. Let's get into it. So I woke up today around... Actually, let me back up to yesterday, because some stuff happened after I finished talking to you all, so I stopped... Jesus, every time I do one of these, I yawn. So I got off the Rebel with you guys, and I said I was playing the Indiana Jones DLC. So I got off I ended my Rebel with you guys. So I kept playing the Indiana Jones DLC. I finished the DLC, and then I 100% completed the DLC. I got every achievement, did everything. So it came out yesterday. I started it yesterday. I finished 100% completed it yesterday. So the way PlayStation achievements work is there is a website called PSN Profiles where you can have your account and achievements tracked, and there is a leaderboard for on every achievement. There's a leaderboard for first achievers, which goes to top 50, and then most recent achievers, which is just whenever somebody gets it. The DLC has 10 trophies, 10 achievements, and I want to say for 8 of the 10, I am within, let's say, top 20s, top 15 first achievers on 8 of the 10 achievements, I think. And then another one, I think I'm top. I think I'm just within the top 50. I want to say for maybe all of the trophies, or maybe all but one or two. I think I am within the top 50 for the most of them. I think I'm within top 20s, minus the two that I don't think I'm in the top 54. But yeah, I thought that was... Sorry, not again. I thought that was really cool. And I told my therapist, I told you guys, but I don't have anybody else to tell. Well, at least nobody else that would care. I mean, I guess I can tell my parents, but or I can tell my mom or whatever. I don't know. So yeah. And then after that, I watched the season / maybe series, if they don't do a season 2 finale of Dexter Resurrection. Super good show. If you've seen the rest of Dexter, would highly recommend if you haven't seen it already. If you haven't watched Dexter, I would highly recommend watching Dexter. It is one of my comfort shows. Dexter reminds me of me. That sounds really bad considering he's a serial killer. I mean, in the sense that he doesn't really get emotions. He doesn't really get people. I don't really get emotions. I don't really get people. He is close to a very small group of people. I am close to a very small group of people. I wonder if you can see the similarities. Once again, I am not a serial killer. Although my therapist did say I would make a great murderer. That's not something to brag about, I suppose. She just says that the way I handle with lack of emotions and stuff, I guess, would make a useful tool. Anyway. So I woke up back to the present. Come on. So I woke up today at 10. I got dressed, got ready. I saw my therapist at 11:05-ish for an hour. And so I talked to her about what's going on and how my mental state has been down the toilet for a month. And she was like, is it because your best friend's gone, or And I'm like, well, I'm sure that plays a factor, but I don't want to say it's the only reason. And she was like, no, it's totally the only reason. And I was like, oh. And she's like, she was like, you're so codependent. And you put all this trust and emotions and you put all this thing onto your one person, that's... And now I feel bad because, I don't know. I feel really bad that I did that, and I'm sorry. I don't know if she listens to these, but I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Of course, I don't know what good my apologies are now, given circumstances. And then she was like, what are you gonna do if she doesn't come back? And she's always the one that says she will. Like my therapist always says that she will come back. So the fact that she said that, I was like, I don't want to talk about that. That's really scary. I don't want to think about my bestie not coming back. I don't think I could handle that thought, let alone if it happened. I'd rather not think about it. That's very scary. I hope she comes back. And I told her, that I was up researching the stuff in my medicine cabinet, and she was like, that's not good. And I'm like, yeah, it's not great. I told her about the select few social interactions I had the other day, and she was like, you gotta get out there, you gotta try with people. And I'm just like, I just told her, I'm like, people aren't interesting. And she's like, no, it's because you're trying to compare them all to your best friend. And I'm like, well, it's not even that. The way I suss out if I'm gonna try to interact with a person is and this is gonna sound really bad, don't judge a book by its cover. I judge people by their covers. I try to judge out their vibe, and if I think their vibe is interesting, and if something about them is interesting at a glance, then I'm like, maybe. But most people, I look at them and I try to do the suss out the vibe, and it's just, I don't get anything. So I just automatically I check them off. I'm like, nope, I'm good. Which I'm sure is not a good way to look at things, but it's what I do. It's just I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm a bad friend now. I mean, ignoring the circumstances, it felt like I was a bad friend anyway, but now I just feel like I'm worse, because it's if I really am just dumping all this emotions and pressure and codependency from my friend, it's I don't know, I feel really bad. And it's I feel like I'm putting on this. I mean, this is assuming she's even hearing any of these, because if she's not hearing these, then I guess she wouldn't know. But it's I don't know, I feel like, maybe she is listening to these, and maybe she doesn't want to come back, and maybe she's just listening to these out of whatever the reason, and I'm putting all this pressure on that, maybe now she'll feel pressured into coming back and being my friend, and it's I don't want to cause that, I don't want to force that, and I just feel like I'm a bad person. Which, I mean, let's be real, we already knew that I was, but I don't know. Anyway, after that, I went to math class. It was fine. I went and got lunch. I had this mac and cheese that had 5 cheeses in it. It was pretty good. It was really good, actually. And then I came back here. I did my math homework that got assigned today, and it's due Friday, so I'm way ahead. Next Friday, so I'm way ahead. And then I went and got dinner on campus. I got a Mexican bowl at the Chipotle ripoff we have on campus. My food blew up and got everywhere. It got on my shirt. It got on my shorts. It got in my wallet. It got on my card. It got on my ID. It was a mess. It got on my phone. It got in the case. And it's just it destroyed all my motivation of today being a good day of any sort, and just things piling on and getting worse, and nothing, it was just, things are just not. Now I'm playing Metal Gear Solid 2. So far, I made more progress since the last time I talked to you guys about this, which has been a hot minute. Let's say I'm getting back into it. I have to defuse bombs, which is very cool. I'm struggling to find them, but that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I might play some DVD in a minute, though, because I'm feeling it, especially with the news that, I don't think I told you guys, they're making some changes to Killer, and they were god-awful changes. So they're rolling back on they're not actually going to do the changes, at least for now, thank God, because I was gonna never play Killer again if they went through. Maybe I'll do a DVD focused ramble and I'll talk about all this, but I won't do it tonight because that'll just come out of nowhere. Also, I tried my hairdryer on the diffuser. I don't totally notice a difference, but also I wasn't I should have done it in the outlet by my mirror, and I didn't. So I couldn't see a whole lot of what I was doing. I have a webcam. I gotta turn my camera on. Anyway, But it definitely helped dry my hair faster, which was nice. Let's see. Like, a lot of my hair just doesn't, like, I'm feeling my hair right now, and, like, it feels softer, but I'm also worried it's just, like, not curly. Like, I'm worried it's just, like, being straight or whatever. I'll have to check it out in a mirror or something. Like, so one side of my head feels, I don't know. Anyway. Sorry. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry I'm like this. I'm sorry my mental health is so unbelievably bad. I know nobody actually listens to these. I mean, let's be real. I still want to believe that my bestie does, but let's be real. I doubt anybody listens. And if anybody listens, I know they probably don't care. Because, I mean, why would they? Why, honestly, would they? I had a dream last night that, like, that I got a letter from my bestie, and then, like, suddenly she was here, and, like, we just went and, like, hung out and did stuff, and it was, like, the greatest thing ever. And then I woke up and I realized it wasn't real, and low-key, you don't know how bad I wanted to just go back to sleep and just stay asleep, like, permanently. That's really dark, and I'm sorry. It's just, like, it's just, I want that in my life. My therapist was talking to me, and she was like, if you don't put yourself out to people, you won't have the anime friendships and relationships. You won't have the relationships and friendships that you see in anime that you want so badly. And I was just like, well, anime is not real, so none of that will be real for me either. That's just how it works. And she, I had to counter for everything she said, because I don't know. I don't think I deserve friendship or happiness or love or anything. Of course, I know my bestie would maybe disagree. I say maybe, assuming we're still besties. If we are, I think she would absolutely. If we aren't, why would? But I still want to choose to live there. It's just like, I don't know. I don't think. What's the point? I mean, who'd want to be friends with this? Who'd want to be best friends with this? Honestly, she dodged a bullet. she. I'm sorry. That was mean. Yeah, who would want this mess? See, I can't think of anybody. Dang it. I was trying to be positive and it devolved into this. Everything is just, I don't know, nothing. Everything is just less bright than what it used to be. Which, I mean, is funny considering her name was Darkness. So it, in theory, should be the opposite, but sorry. I don't know. Okay, well, I think if I sit here and talk anymore, it'll just get worse and worse and worse. And I know nobody cares, because, I mean, why would you? Why would anybody? I mean, like I said, these get views, but I've seen the average watch time of, like, half a minute or whatever, there was somebody who was sitting through all of these. I don't think they're still here. I don't think so. So I don't think anybody would get this far. But I mean, if you do and you do care, you prove me wrong. But I don't think anybody like why would you? I mean, look at this. Well, I guess there's no looking. It's more listening. I mean, like, Jesus Christ, I'm a disaster, and like nobody would put up with me. On that note, I'm gonna wrap it up here. As always, thank you for listening. If you liked to listen to it, leave feedback, comments below, subscribe to my post notifications, stay up to date on things I post. Follow me on Twitter if you feel so inclined to do so. If you feel so inclined to do so for extra content. As always, your support means the world to me, and I love you all. And most importantly, I miss my best friend. Sorry. Anyway. I love you all, and I will be back tomorrow with another ramble. Until then, bye.